any minute restrictions for JV or anybody out there? Or are you going to have your regular complement of guys?
You have a regular complement of guys, and we'll go from there.
You held these guys to 40% shooting in the first 2 meetings this year. What did you like about what you saw from your defense in those games?
I thought we were active, we were anticipating, we were proactive, we didn't wait on our heels, because Atlanta's such a ball-moving team, Josh, that they really get you back on your heels and make you react to them. And if you don't anticipate, be in a stance, ready to move, you go with their slips, then you're going to be behind all night. And I thought in our first couple of games, defensively, we were on target. I thought offensively, we turned the ball over. We had 7 turnovers in the first quarter. So I think that's an area where we got to get better at and make sure we take care of the ball.
They do have unique bigs in Horford and Millsap who can step out and shoot threes. What kind of problem does that present for a guy like Jonas who's not used to that kind of coverage?
Stretch fives. Yeah. And with Humphries, Hump is now stepping out, taking threes. So they've got 3 guys that can step out and play the 5 position. And then Muscala comes in, he can do the same thing. So it presents a unique situation for our big guys to be able to get out and guard their big guys on the perimeter. So JV did a decent job last time. Horford really didn't attack us too much. But again, they're playing at a higher clip now. They're shooting the ball really well right now. And so it's going to be a great challenge for JV to make sure he gets back. Cover the pick and roll first, cover the ball first, and then make sure he gets back to his man.
There was concern earlier in the year that Korver had got to such a slow start, but he seems to be back to being Korver again in the last 10 days.
He has. He's got that rhythm back. And again, Doug, shooters never forget how to shoot the ball. And he's got his rhythm back. He's got his feel back. So getting back on him, being on high alert, staying in his body, chasing him off pin downs is going to be huge.
Did you like what Norm was able to do against him in the last meeting?
He did as good as you could do. I mean, he didn't have his shooting rhythm the last time. He's nowhere near what he has now. The kid that's really was shooting well then and is shooting well now is Hardaway. So he also presents another shooting problem for you, coming off pin downs, coming off screens. But Carver's so smart, so crafty, so he's so smart. Not only is he a good shooter coming off those pin downs, he's also a good double screener going down and pinning down for Horford's man, pinning down for Millsap's man. And your bigs are not used to handling that small on big pin down. So he presents so many different problems that when you're guarding him, a young kid like Norm's got to recognize those situations.
For such a young player, how unique of an experience is this to get Harden one night, Westbrook another? Not only are these great players, but they're very different types of players.
It's a master's degree right on the spot. I mean, again, coming from college and facing this, and that's why it's a good experience for him to go right in the fire and see a kid like Westbrook one night, Korver. He's done a good job for a young kid coming in, guarding probably some of the top offensive players in the league.
This is a tough stretch of the schedule. I know you're kind of thinking of the game anyway, but how do you sort of calm the waters if things don't go exactly your way? I mean,
the waters are calm, Michael. I don't, we're not overreacting. I don't know who would have beat OKC the other night the way they played. And Atlanta's playing at a high clip. It's a great experience for us right now. Win, lose, or draw, we got to continue to work on what we're trying to accomplish, whether it's our defensive rhythm, and that's what our defensive fundamentals, our offensive rhythm, and that's what I was upset about the other night. As much as the loss was bad, just our not executing defensively, not executing our fundamentals defensively was the thing that was more concerning. And that's where we got to go in these last few games. You can't look down the road. You got to look at each possession, each quarter, each game, and not, playoffs are in 2 weeks or whatever the deal is. And that's where we got to make sure we maintain that.
The fan base is, as wonderful as it is, they kind of tend to.
Well, that's fine. They have the right to do that as much as I don't react to the fan base. I mean, that's we're the same fans, or when we win in 49, there's always going to be hard times in any season, and health-wise, we're going through a little thing right now, so you can't overreact to that.
Was Kyle able to participate in shooter?
He was at Shootaround today. He didn't participate. No.
Any update on tomorrow?
No. someone speculated this morning. I don't know, but it's all speculation now. So we'll go day to day and see how it goes. Terrence is ready to roll.
Okay.
Ready to roll. I mean, hopefully, hopefully Cal's elbow is, soreness is out. The great thing with Cal is he's in great condition. His legs are great. His legs are fresh. Just getting that bursa cleared up is going to be the key.
You would think that when we talk about rhythm and consistency, a guy like Terrence needs that rhythm, can't be out 4 or 5 days because he gets that shooter's rhythm. Is that true?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I think, Shooter, he can't go, when he was out, he couldn't go through, but he could get his shots up. He could go through his shooting and going at him at a high clip. So hopefully he kept his rhythm that way going through that. But we'll see. I'm just as concerned about him staying connected to Corver and Hardaway as much as shooting, because he'll never forget how to shoot the ball. And, he's been knocking it down at practice. So we'll see how it goes when –
That's that game quickness that you're talking about. You can't approximate.
You can't really simulate that on a day-to-day basis. And again, OKC was playing at even a much higher clip the other night. And then you watch them last night against Detroit; they were like a different team. So again, we've got the right that teams are going to come in, giving us their best shot, and now we got to turn that around and meet that intensity, meet that the level of play that teams are coming and bringing to us.